Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks so much, Sashni.
Can you tell us about Cennergi's power purchase agreement, which will see it supply renewable energy to Exxaro's flagship mine?
I really want to give these coal miners a thumbs up. I mean, here they are mining coal, but they can see the future. So the energy that they're going to have is going to be clean energy because they know that there'll be a time when coal is phased out. Now, isn't that wise business? And Exxaro, which then acquired Cennergi, which does all this wind energy, is going to be in a situation where as they move out of coal, Cennergi will be moving them into wind, into solar, into all other forms of renewable energy, and they're already starting to do that, and there's the whole of Africa to go for. So what a clever thing. This Exxaro, it's had a fantastic legacy. Every single CEO has passed that baton so well. You've got Dr. Connie starting. He passed the baton so well to Sipho Nkosi. And then Sipho Nkosi passed the baton so well to Mkolisi Mgojo. And then Mkolisi passed the baton so well to Dr. Nombasa Chengwe. And you can see that constant rhythm. They saw this ages ago, and they've planned for it. And we see Seriti is also doing the same thing. So we'd like all our coal miners to start thinking like this, because some of them are not.
Now, tell us about the proudly South African high-pressure water technology that has gone mainstream.
Yeah, in the 80s, I had to go down to Carltonville, and they said they want to show me how they can use high-pressure water to drill. I said, what? High-pressure water to drill? You've got to use, compressed air, and it's got to be electrified and all that sort of thing. No. We can use this water. It's so clean. It's everything. I said, but how does that work? They say, well, look, we've got water on surface. It comes down. It builds up a high pressure. If you then direct that pressure towards a drill, that drill spins, brother, into the rock. And it's clean and it's green. But of course, the 80s people weren't thinking of clean and green. So we've been going along, and as now the world is changing and saying, brother, not only must you use that water, you must recycle that water, you must see that there's no contamination. Now, all of a sudden, mines are saying this must be mainstream. And in fact, the reports are that it's becoming mainstream or is already mainstream. It's like 50 different mining sites. Now, at a time when Eskom is not able to really deliver, and you've got all sorts of demands for a circular economy, recycling the water, not losing the water, using less water, they've come and they've said, we can use this high pressure advantage head that we've got there to actually not only do drilling, they're even talking about combining with underground mining vehicles and doing roof bolting, and all sorts of activities now are coming in to the ability to use this high pressure water that's underground. And it's a great new power asset.
Lastly, Venetia is rapidly becoming a flagship in advancing De Beers climate ambition.
Yes, you see some of these private sector companies, brother, they're taking decarbonization seriously. And of course, diamonds, they always want to do things absolutely correctly in De Beers. And so the way they are now tackling this issue is incredible. So you get a situation like Venetia Diamond Mine. They don't talk about 2030. These guys come to 2025, which is nearby. And they're saying their footprint, carbon footprint at Venetia Mine is on track to be reduced by 80% by 2025. I mean, who can beat that, eh? So I think the private sector is setting these dates of 2030 and 2040 and 2050. But you know what they're like? They'll come in ahead of time. And you can see with the renewable energy now that's planned for this area of Venetia as well. Big factor. And getting away from diesel. But when you think of diesel, people want to get away because it's quite high cost. They also want to get away from it because it's a carbonizer. But when you look at Eskom, that's a bigger carbonizer than diesel. So they're saying when we bring this renewable energy in, we're going to come screaming down the carbon footprint curve. And it is to their credit, I think, because they even now funding research and activities off Lüderitz, where they capture the carbon into seaweed. And then they harvest that seaweed. And it can be a fantastic product, in fertilizing and all sorts of things. But they're researching that at the moment. So magnificent things happening there to protect Mother Earth.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
Great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. To subscribe to Creamer Media's Engineering News and Mining Weekly, please email subscriptions at creamermedia.co.za.